Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of RobertoBlake.com helping you create something awesome today. Welcome to another YouTube 30 of 30 channel review. In this series, I'm reviewing channels from 30 YouTubers and I'm telling you what they're doing awesome and also giving them some tips on how they can improve. This entire series is sponsored by our friends over at Tubebuddy, who make a great browser plugin that's helping me audit these YouTube channels. It's something I use for my paying clients. You can use the Tubebuddy browser plugin to find out how you're ranking in YouTube search, what your competitors are doing, and when the best times to upload your videos are. There are a ton of great features and tools in Tubebuddy, and it's something that I use here regularly on the channel, and it is my secret weapon when it comes to dominating YouTube search. So make sure you're checking out that plugin at tubebuddy.com/awesome. Links are in the description. So let's go ahead and jump into today's review. Hey everybody. So in this YouTube 30 of 30 review, I'm going to be actually reviewing my good friend Owen Hemsath's channel, which he's rebranded as Owen Video. It was originally Video Spot. So I really dig what Owen's doing because Owen does a how-to channel. He does a lot of topics that I do in terms of social media and YouTube stuff, but he does it from the business standpoint of people who are growing their business. So he does a channel that in a lot of ways caters to a much older audience, which is not the majority of YouTube. YouTube is a very young platform, but I think it's a valuable service because Owen's helped people grow their business and make actual money, which I think a lot of people neglect how much more important that is than your subscriber count. I think having, a business that can support your family really should be your end game more than a huge subscriber number in social media. I know it's not a popular thing to say. Everybody wants views and subscribers, but like money matters too, guys. It really does. So Owen, I know that you do awesome content. I dig your stuff. Obviously, I'm subscribed. But I do think there are some things that you do very well and some things that you could improve on. So I like a lot of what you do with your thumbnails, and I think that that's awesome. One of the things I would do is, I know a lot of people sometimes put up their creative playlist and who they're subscribed to, but I would actually take that down to use more of that real estate to promote your own channel and your own content. Unless you have collabs that you're doing like the one we are getting ready to put out, then, I would do that. Also, because I'm already subscribed, I'm getting this, but I'm pretty sure you have a channel trailer, and I'm pretty sure that it might be your promo video as a speaker. So, that's definitely a good idea. One of the things immediately that I would do is, because I know you've rebranded, I would probably reflect that in your header here. And I would probably, since you're reaching a business audience, I know why you have the green screen stuff here. We've talked about that before, but I would get something that just kind of shows up. I would maybe even do a larger version of this or a shot of where you're speaking to a crowd. I would kind of go more almost like the Tony Robbins route with your channel header and art. So I would really just go and show that you're a high level business professional with that YouTube header, because that's what your audience is and that's what your audience will respect. Solid thumbnail strategy overall. Your thumbnails might be better than mine now, actually. So that's pretty cool. Smart use of playlist. Let's go ahead and take a look at your videos. You've been producing a ton of content lately. I know there were some inconsistencies due to health issues for a while with you, and that, you've really just embraced really taking this head on and just, pushing through quality content. So I really dig that. Let's look at your most popular content and see if we can reverse engineer something. So something I noticed is that your strongest overall content is how-to and tutorial content that is about roughly 10 minutes or so in length, because older audiences like depth. The YouTuber way to do things is to make videos under 5 minutes, but you guys know I break that rule all the time. And it works. I can do 20-minute videos and I can make the far majority of you watch them. My most watched videos, some of them are 12 or 18-minute tutorials because you guys want to learn how to do something complicated like video editing, and 5 minutes isn't going to cut it. Sorry, it's just not. I know young people have short attention spans, but I'm not really catering to a young audience. And Owen, I don't think you are either. So I wouldn't worry about being a YouTuber. I would worry about giving your audience the depth that they want, because you can see here that the average of your most popular videos are videos that are going closer to that 10-minute mark and that are showing people a valuable process for their business. So I would double down there. I know that you've talked about a new series that you're going to launch, and I would lead with how to, because of how strong that is, and like I think that does very well. So let's look at your most popular video and see what is done very well here. I like that the intro was short, 5 seconds. If people are going to do an intro, I want it to be 5 seconds. I like that this is a whiteboard video. Whiteboard videos for an older audience and a video audience that is in business does very well. Looking at the tags, you are ranking #1 in search for quite a few of them. The other tags here are more generic, and the thing is, you have a ton more space here to utilize for tags. I would say maybe 10 or 15 solid tags around how to could definitely help you here. But let's look at your public statistics. Let's see how this video has performed over time. Wow, look at that. That is 229 shares in social media. Awesome. Over 100,000 views. Tremendous. Let's see where the spikes come in. This video got almost no traction in January of 2014, but over time it steadily grew long term. And that's the point, guys. Like, your video might not do well in the first month, the first quarter, the first year, and over time, if it's evergreen content, it can do well, and it could drive a lot of subscriptions to your channel. This grew 1,000 subscribers. This is 1/10 of your audience right here that this generated for you. So knowing that, and it doesn't have to be how to design a killer homepage, but knowing that you can do how-to content, do a 10-minute video, give very actionable, practical advice to a business audience, and that it will be shared, it will drive subscriptions, 10% of your subscriptions, and that this is an older video and you've gotten so much better and so much wiser since then. I think that using what worked very well for this video is a great foundation for going back to your roots and understanding how to build out your new content and do very well with that. So I think you already know, Owen, what you could do, because you successfully got first page ranking and first page and first rank and second rank and so on for this. I think doubling down, and you know what tags you need to do because you are an SEO guy. So I'm not going to harp too much on that. I'm going to go back to some of your new content and look at what we can do to grow that. So let's look at some recent videos. Personal development. How to use video to develop your communication and speaking skills with VideoSpot. Oh wow, I think this was at a conference that we were at together, and this is great editing and great production values. I really dig it. So what I would do is I would make this a how-to. I would lead with how to improve your communication and speaking skills with video. Because then how to is going to be searched, and that's a practical execution. This is a good video. This is 3 minutes. This is within that sweet spot of YouTube. All of those things. I know why you're doing your free offering in the first line. I understand that, but I would move it down to the second line, and I would put Owen as a video marketing consultant and stuff like that, maybe in the third line, etc. So I would rework that, rework your title in some way, shape, or form into this first line, and then I think that that will definitely improve. And again, these tags aren't bad, but they're not going to work for this video. It's going to have to be how-to, and so that's why I'm highlighting you as a how-to channel, because that's really what your content is. I know why you might be a little resistant to that being the titles of the video, but I feel that that's what will do and what will perform the best for you overall. So I think that that could actually make your content so much stronger, and I think that it will perform so much better. So again, I think that one of the things that helps great content like yours is just being able to make sure that people can discover it. I mean, you've got some great content and you've got comments here that people love. So again, using video to develop skills, like I would have made that very specific. And again, I think that incorporating, if you're going to have these tags, then that has to be reflected in the description of the video, which currently it's not. So I would go back to that and go back to the basics of that as far as SEO, and that's something that I would take advantage of. One of the other things that you could do with this is, I know you have a blog, so maybe you would start using TubeBuddy's advanced embed feature, and that could definitely help you. But one of the other things that I would look into with these rankings for these videos are, you are using about 12 or so different tags here. I would reframe the title and that first line so that this works out a lot better, because you see that using video to develop skills is in here, but that's not going to be a search term. So I would rework all of these to be search terms. You have how to use video, but it doesn't have any context, and that's not in the title or really in the description. So I would say that you have to map all of those things to that, and I know that that's something that you can definitely do that will improve this content. So let's take a look at playlist. Okay, it looks like you're doing your playlist partially by what the video content is, but also based on what the audience is in terms of who you're trying to reach. I would say that since you're targeting business professionals, like how you have this real estate and realtors, that you make that more pronounced, like marketing advice for realtors and real estate, because that'll get searched. And so I think you go back and you create playlist based on the audiences you want to attract, which in your case are the type of paying clients you want to attract. So I would go back, and that's what I would probably look into doing for that. And again, I would add descriptions to each of those playlists. So YouTube marketing for business. This is a good example of a strong playlist. Sales techniques and training playlist for professionals. See, that's a strong playlist. So I would go back and I would use those strategies for doing even more playlist, and that's what I would look at. So yeah, those are things that I would definitely look into, Owen, in your particular case. Great overall about section. Yep, I probably wouldn't even change a thing about this about section. This is actually one of the better done about sections in the entire YouTube 30 of 30 review series. So well done. I like that it's conversational. So that definitely matters. One of the things I know is big right now in the video space, let me give you a content strategy tip. One of the things that both of us know are bigger in the video editing space are live video and using Open Broadcaster, Wirecast, and I think we were looking at Mevo the other day. I think doing how-to and tutorial content around that right now in the context of how people can use it for their business. So one, getting started with these as far as how to use or step-by-step tutorial for Open Broadcaster, for Wirecast, for Mevo. I think you dominating those with the best tutorials and screen cap videos for those would be amazing for you and grow your audience. And then I think you give tactical and strategic videos on using them for your videos for business and live video for business. I think that would help you. And so I think that really matters to people. Again, a lot of people don't want to edit anymore for whatever reason. So live video is very attractive in the business world. And I think this is something that you can take unique advantage of. And that will help grow the content on your channel. Go back to your existing inventory, update the titles, descriptions, and tags like we talked about. And I know that this channel can double its subscribers probably by the end of the year if you take that advice, Owen. So good job, buddy, and looking forward to our collab videos. All right, good luck. So that's it for today's review. If you want to check out more videos from this awesome creator, make sure you're hitting them up. Links are in the description below so you can check out their channel. There were a lot of great tips in this review. Maybe they can actually help you improve your YouTube channel if you're doing something similar. I want to thank our friends over at Tubebuddy for sponsoring this review today. I couldn't be doing this without them. They make my life a lot easier, and it's something that I think could help a lot of you. So make sure you're checking that out at tubebuddy.com/awesome. I think it'll help you grow your YouTube channel. Remember, there are 30 total YouTube channel reviews in this playlist, so if these tips don't apply to you, maybe something that I gave to another creator in terms of advice is something that would be more helpful for you with your channel. Anyway, like this video if you like it, Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. Remember, YouTube tips are usually on Fridays. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today.